Welcome everybody to Decked Out.
We'd like to start by thanking you all so much for your support and feedback for the first 2 episodes. Today we're going to be playing tribal decks with Dana Fischer and AnnaMT.
Each of our players has put their own personal spin on the decks they've brought, and you can too if you head to our sponsor EDHRec, where you can find all the synergies to fit your budget and style. And once you've done that, head over to Coolstuffinc.com where you can pick up all the singles that you'll need for that deck. Today, our players will be rocking the Coolstuffinc New Player Series Commander playmats. These are ideal for keeping your battlefield organized for webcam or in-person gameplay. And don't forget to use code DGEN at checkout for 5% off your order.
That's enough for us. Let's go ahead and meet the players.
Hello, my name is Dana Fischer, and I am a Magic the Gathering content creator and professional Elves player. Today, I brought my Ezuri Renegade Leader Elves Commander deck to play. Basically, I get a bunch of elves, I beat them, I make them pretty big, and I crush my opponents, especially those that play blue.
Hi there, my name is Anna, and I am a Commander streamer over on Twitch, and today I am playing Emil the Blessed. This deck is mostly Unicorn Tribal with a little bit of spice added in. My goal today is to make many unicorns, make them really big, and swing out for the win.
Hello everybody, I'm MTGNerdGirl, and today I'm playing the Dragon. I borrowed this from one of my DGen teammates because I didn't actually have a tribal deck on hand, but my giant flying lizards are going to breathe fire on the entire board and take everyone out.
I'm Veggiewagonyee, and today I'm going to be playing Anala Archmage Ritualist. I get to make a copy of every single wizard I play, and all of them have Enter the Battlefield triggers. I'm going to overrun my opponents with card advantage and an army of old men.
All right, let's see who goes first, guys. All right. 16.
10.
Whoop. 4.
Okay, I got to beat a 16.
Not happening.
Oh.
I'm going first.
Okay.
Does that mean I'm going last?
It unfortunately does.
Oh no.
I have a pretty boring turn 1. I am going to just play I'm going to draw for my turn. That's what I'm going to do because I've played multiplayer games before. And then I'm going to play a forest and pass the turn.
Okay. I'm going to draw. I will play Xander's Lounge. Tapped and pass the turn.
I will play a forest, and I will cast an Arbor Elf.
All right. She's the threat. Let's go. Kill her, guys.
It's a 1/1 elf.
Scary.
Scary stuff.
It's not scary.
All right, I will draw
It's
for
not scary
turn.
until it becomes scary.
I'm going to play 1 land for turn, and I'm going to tap it for a very wholesome start to this game. I'll cast a Deafening Silence. 1 cost enchantment. Each player can't cast more than 1 non-creature spell each turn. I'm really excited to have a turn 1 Deafening Silence in my hand. I hope this slows the game, and it slows especially Veggie down. All right, and then I will pass to you.
All right. I'm going to draw. And we're going to go ahead and just play a mountain. And I'm going to play a Rampant Growth that says search your library for a basic land, and put that into play tapped, and shuffle your library afterwards. I'm going to get an island.
The worst land.
I agree.
What? I agree.
Nothing scarier than an untapped island.
I feel very out of place here.
Blue is the absolute worst color in existence. There's no argument on that.
Wow. I'm going to put this island onto the battlefield, and I'm going to continue enjoying watching Dana school Veggie here, because that's amusing.
Oh my god.
Let's go.
I'm going to feel so much worse now when I lose this game.
Pass the turn.
Yeah. I'll untap. Morphic Pool. And then I'll tap 2 for this beautiful blue creature, Information Dealer. It's a 1/1 wizard. When I tap it, I can look at the top X cards of my library, where X is the number of wizards in play, and then I put them back in any order. And I'll pass my turn.
I'm gonna play a forest. And then I'll tap 2 and play an Elvish War Master. Whenever one or more other elves enter the battlefield under my control, create a 1/1 green elf warrior creature token. This ability triggers only once each turn. And then I can pay 7 mana and elves I control get +2/+2 and death touch until end of turn.
Absolutely terrifying.
Then I will tap my Arbor Elf to untap this forest. And then I will tap the forest for a Llanowar Elves. Tap, add a green mana to the mana pool. And then that will trigger my Elvish War Master, and I will get an Elf Warrior creature token. I will pass my turn.
Oh my goodness. I will untap and draw for turn. I'm going to play a
You're the
forest.
only one not playing green, so.
I'm going to go ahead and tap my plains and my forest, and I'm going to cast a Nature's Lore. I'm going to search my library for a forest card and put it into play, and then shuffle. Alright, found one. Put it into play, and then I'll shuffle really quickly. And then this goes into my graveyard, and I'll end my turn.
Let's untap and draw for my turn. I'm going to go ahead and play a Plains, pay 3 mana to cast a Cultivate. Search my library for 2 basics, put 1 onto the battlefield tapped and 1 into my hand. A mountain and a forest. I'll put the forest onto the battlefield tapped and the mountain into my hand, and I'll pass my turn.
Okay. I'm going to play this island. I'm going to pay 3 to play Sage of Fables. It's a 2/2 Merfolk Wizard. Each other wizard I control comes into play with an additional +1/+1 counter, and I can pay 2 and remove a counter from a creature I control to draw a card. I will pass.
See, now I also have a tough decision. Do I do the fun but also really crazy complicated play, or stick to the simpler, better play? I'm going to tap 4, and then I'm going to use Arbor Elf to untap a forest, and pay a 5th mana. I'm going to play Coat of Arms.
Okay.
Each creature gets +1/+1 for each other creature in play that shares a creature type with it. So all my elves would get +3/+3. Your wizards would get currently +1/+1.
Oh my god, what a crazy card for...
It buffs everyone, basically. I'm going to go ahead and attack Veggie for 9.
I knew this was coming.
You're playing blue, and you like blue.
For 9. It's turn 3.
Yes.
Okay. I kind of need these wizards. I declare no blockers. I'm going to take 9 damage.
With that, I will pass the turn.
Perfect. I'm gonna untap and draw for turn. Alright, things are getting way out of hand already, and we have just begun. I will play a land for turn. I'm terrified. I have no creatures. I feel like I have one option right now. I gotta do it. I'm gonna cast a Wrath of God. I'm gonna destroy all creatures. They can't be regenerated.
Alright. Ugh, I hate sweepers, and I've played most of my hand out. I don't know if I can recover from this.
I was a little worried. My deck has a very slow start, and dragons are just very slow. But thankfully, Anna cleared the faster side of the board for me, and that's going to give me all the time I need.
I'm just going to tap my information dealer so I can look at the top 2 cards of my library and arrange them how I want. All right, I'll just leave them in that order. Okay.
All right. That resolves. And
Ouch.
then I will pass my turn.
Oh boy. Well, things just got a little bit easier for me.
You're welcome.
Thank you. That was a taking one for the team.
We have a little bit more time before the elves come back and roll over us.
That was my goal.
Right. I'm going to go ahead and play a mountain for turn. And I'm going to also play a Unstable Harmonics or a Rhystic Study as the original card is named. And whenever an opponent casts a spell, you may draw a card unless they pay 1 mana. That will be the end of my turn.
Gotta rebuild. Man. I was so close. I'm going to play a Swamp. I'm going to tap 1, 2, 3, 4. This would have been so nice if I had my other creatures. I'm going to cast Marchese of the Black Rose. 3/3 with Dethrone, which is whenever this creature attacks the player with the most life, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Other creatures you control have Dethrone. And when a creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it dies, I return that card to the battlefield at the end step. So with the Sage of Fables, I would have constantly been able to bring stuff back, but I got Wrath of God.
Do I get to draw a card?
Yeah.
Woohoo! Let's go.
That's it for me. I'll pass.
I'll play Forest. And then I will tap 3 mana, and I will cast my commander, Azuri, Renegade Leader. It's a 2/2. I can spend a green to regenerate another target elf, and then I can spend 5 mana, and elf creatures I control get +3/+3 and gain trample until end of turn. And then I'll pay 1 for Ristic Study.
Wow. She's on top of it.
Pass the turn.
All right. I will untap and draw. I'll play a forest for turn. I think it's time to bring out my commander as well. So I will tap 4, including 2 white, to bring out Emil the Blessed. I can... Emil's a 4/4 unicorn, my pride and joy. I can tap 3 at instant speed to exile another target creature I control, then return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under my control, I can pay 1 green or 1 white. If I do, I put a 1/1 counter on it. If it is a unicorn, I put 2 counters on it instead.
All right. Are you paying the 1?
I can.
Nice.
I passed my turn.
Okay. Let's go ahead and untap and draw. Oh, man. My plan is actually significantly worse than I thought it was. So I'm going to pass the turn because I messed up a lot.
Suspicious.
Very suspicious. Look at all that untapped mana.
All right. Maybe we'll find out what's going on here. I'm going to play Shivan Reef as my land for the turn. I'd like to go to combat. And then I'm going to attack NerdGirl with Marchesa.
I will do no things.
Well, on attack, since you are at the highest life total, or tied for it, Marchesa will get a +1/+1 counter before hitting you.
Okay. I will still do nothing.
You take 4.
All right. I'm doing it.
And I will also pass my turn. And something about how, oh, my plan is very bad, everybody's got something going on, I guess I'll just pass my turn with all this mana open.
Blue mana open.
I've played against enough blue players to know blue mana open only means counterspells.
I would never.
And counterspells are like the third worst thing.
Wow. What are the first 2?
Jace and Teferi.
How can you ever say anything bad about Teferi?
No, I agree. Teferi's terrible.
But not as
He's
terrible
always-
as Jace. Jace sucks.
Teferi is always there to protect me, so I don't know.
Jace is the worst planeswalker ever.
Hot takes.
I'll play a land for turn. I'm going to tap 2 mana, and I'm going to play a Nissa's Chosen. If it would be put into a graveyard from the battlefield, put it on the bottom of its owner's library instead. And then I will pay the 1 for Ristic Study.
Drat. Next time, Gadget. Next time.
No
Then
idea
I'm going
what
to
that
move to
reference is.
combat.
You don't?
No, I'm saying maybe half the table is like, what?
Well, that's fine. I mean, me and some of the audience is old. It's fine.
I knew it.
And then I'm going to move to combat. I'm going to attack you, Veggie, for 3.
I'll take 3.
Okay.
All right, and so that is commander damage. Do 3. Okay.
And then with that, I will pass the turn.
I will untap and draw for turn. All right, I'm going to go ahead and tap 1, 2, 3, 4. I know it's kind of early, but I'm going to cast a Defense of the Heart. During my upkeep, if one of my opponents controls 3 or more creatures, I sacrifice Defense of the Heart, search my library for up to 2 creature cards, and put those creatures into play. Oh. And I shuffle my library.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
I need more unicorns to enter this game.
Yep.
So that is my goal with that. So I know since Dana is playing elves, this defense will most likely go off on my turn. And when it does, I will be going to grab my Loyal Unicorn and my Eternal Witness, which is super important because then I could just replay that defense and get even more unicorns.
you need one of us to have 3 creatures out. Was that right?
Yes, which has not happened yet, but I am hoping that by the time my turn comes around, someone will have 3 creatures out.
I think there's a solid chance that that's going to happen.
Yes.
And then after I cast Defense, I will pay 1 for the Heuristic Study.
Fantastic.
And then I will move to combat. And I think I will swing my Emil over to you for 4, Commander.
I will take 4.
And then I will pass my turn.
Here's 4 for the pink. All right, I will draw for turn. And I'm going to go ahead and play a swamp. I get to cast my dragons for 1 less. So I'm going to cast Vorosh the Hunter for only 5 mana. And Vorosh the Hunter is a 6/6 flyer that says when he deals combat damage to a player, you may pay 3. If you do, put 6 +1/+1 counters onto Vorosh. And then I will pass my turn.
Huh.
6 counters.
That's cute.
It's the first thing I've cast. It's fine.
Second thing.
I did. It's the first. Yeah, fine.
I told you, we're not going to get away with anything. At the end of your turn, I'm going to tap 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to flash in Venser Shaper Savant to 2/2. When it enters the battlefield, return target spell or permanent to its owner's hand.
The unicorn, clearly.
So here's the thing. I can either use this 1 mana to pay for the Heuristic Study, so you don't draw a card, or I can use it to pay Annala's Eminence ability to get a second copy of Venser for right now. The copy would die because it's legendary, but I'd still get the second trigger to return something else. I think I'm going to use it to pay for Annala.
Okay, so I draw.
Yes, you'll get to draw from Heuristic Study.
Okay.
Target Vorosh to return to your hand, and I think it's got to be that Defense of the Heart.
No, I'm just grabbing some unicorns, man. Those harmless unicorns. What about the coat of arms?
I kind of like it. I am taking a lot from it, but I have a plan for it.
All right. So I have no responses. I'm going to put Vorosh back into my hand.
I sadly also have no response. I will put Defense back into my hand.
Okay. And then I'll go to my turn.
You're right. Blue is the worst color.
Exactly.
Oh, I hate it.
Draw.
We should all team up against Veggie.
I agree.
Yes.
Once he's dead, the game will be much better.
Oh yeah, I agree.
This might not be the best time to play this then.
Oh no.
But now I already know what's going on. I might as well double down. I'm gonna pay 1 blue, 2 blue, 3 blue for Patron Wizard, one of the bluest blue cards that has ever blue. It's a 2/2 wizard. I can tap an untapped wizard I control to counter target spell unless its controller pays 1.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
That's gross.
Yeah.
All your creatures
Veggie's
are
gross.
wizards?
All my creatures are wizards. I will pay 1
Dang
for
it.
Heuristic Study.
Dang it.
This card brings me back to a kind of magic I thought I'd left behind. But it does feel kind of good. Now, I can go to combat, but that means that's 1 less wizard that is untapped. I gotta do stuff. And they're bigger now because we left the coat of arms out. It's all in the plan. I'm gonna go to combat. I'm gonna swing with Venser. And this has got to go to... it has to go to Anna.
Does it have to?
Yeah.
So that way it gets a +1/+1 count.
That's right, because all of my other creatures have dethroned thanks to Marchesa. So it'll get a counter before it hits you. So 1, 2, 3, and then 2 other wizards for 5.
Oof. All right, I'm taking 5.
And I'll pass the turn.
Brutal.
I'm gonna move to combat. I'm gonna swing Azuri and Nissa's Chosen at you, Veggie.
Yeah.
Okay, what are they right now?
Dana.
I know I destroyed your board earlier, and I apologize.
Zuri is a 3/3, Nissa's Chosen is a 3/4.
Oh, but you have a Zuri mana. You could pump. No blocks. Do I just take this current amount of damage? Okay.
3 of it is commander's damage.
Yes. All right, so we'll take 6.
All right. Then I will pay 1 mana. And I will cast an Essence Warden. Whenever another creature comes into play, I gain 1 life.
Cool.
I will pay 1 for Ristic Study. And then I'll pass the turn.
All right. I will untap all my things and draw. Well, I think it's time to put another unicorn out here, so I will tap 2, and I will cast a Mesa Unicorn. It's just a 2/2 with lifelink. Super simple, nothing scary. Don't kill it, please.
I will gain a life from Essence Warden.
I actually have enough mana, I think, to tap 1 for Aristic Study. And I will tap 1 to activate Emil's second ability to put 2 +1/+1 counters on it. I'll grab my pretty pink dice. Put 2 there. Marchesa has Death Touch, right?
No. Marchesa is right now just a 3/4/5/6/6.
Ooh.
Will yours trade or no? No, it won't, right? It's a 5/5?
Oh, the other notable thing, because she has a counter on herself, it will trigger her own ability. If she dies, she'll come back to my board.
She will or something else will?
She will.
How do we get rid of her? We just can never do it now?
You have to kill her when she doesn't have a counter on her.
What if we exile her?
That'll also work.
You know what will also work? Player removal.
I agree.
It's the best type of removal.
I actually have an answer for it.
Well then I'm gonna move to combat. I'm gonna swing Emil over to Dana again for
Alright.
5 commander damage.
I will take 5. Go to 9 commander damage.
Right, and then I'll pass my turn.
All right. I think I'm going to have to deal with Veggie's annoyingness. I don't like it, but I do need to. I'm going to play a command tower for my turn. I will tap 6 mana to cast the Kami War. Exile target non-land permanent an opponent controls on Chapter 1. Veggie, please exile your nonsense wizard.
Yeah!
Well, I don't know if you have more things to play, but I am going to tap both of my wizards to counter it unless you pay an additional 2.
Luckily, I did not have anything else to play, so I will pay the 2. I paid it. Make it die.
Yeah. All right. Exiled.
You're welcome, team.
Ooh,
Thank you.
I meant exiled.
Oh, fancy little slot there.
Mhm.
Quite snazzy.
Anything else?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
All right. Okay. So what the table doesn't know is I'm drawing dead. All the cards in my hand are lands, so I'm pretty much in top deck mode. I'm gonna play that swamp that I bounced last turn. This is so not good. This is very not good.
That's what you get for playing blue.
Yeah, I was just thinking, oh no, not the blue player.
This is what I'm getting. There's a Ristic Study on the board, and it is not mine.
This is just an accidental card.
I am going to pass my turn.
We got him scared, team.
Good. I'm going to play a land for turn. And then I'm going to tap 4 mana. And I'm going to play Nissa Ravane. Planeswalker comes in with 2 loyalty. +1, search my library for a card named Nissa's Chosen, which I already have, and put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle. Another +1 is I may gain 2 life for each elf I control. And then -7, search your library for any number of elf creature cards and put them onto the battlefield. Then shuffle your library. So basically -7 win, and then +1 gain a bunch of life, and if this happens to die, I can get it back.
Okay.
Wait, did you say all creatures in your deck?
Any number of elf creatures.
Any number of elves. Okay.
Yeah, so the deck.
Just double
I
checking.
think it's all but one
So
card
they're both
and
the problem.
lands.
Did you pay the 1?
No.
Great. Thanks.
Alright, I'm going to +1, and I'm going to gain 2 life for each elf I control, which is a total of 6 life. And I think I'm just going to pass the turn.
Okay. I'm going to tap 1, 2, 3, 4, and I am going to attempt to recast my Defense of the Heart.
I don't think Veggie realizes that he has enough wizards to counter this Defense of the Heart. If he does this, then it would be good for the table, because Defense of the Heart can get scary. At the same time, I hate counterspells, so maybe he doesn't see it. There's only 1 mana untapped.
And it's probably not going to stay tapped. Are you going to pay the 1?
Yeah, so I'll not respond with this trigger on the stack to see if you pay for it first.
I will not pay first.
Oh, you have something to do with that 1 mana. That's scary.
I'm going to tap 1 wizard. Defense of the Heart is countered unless you pay 1. I'm going to tap another wizard. It's countered unless you pay 1.
Why would you do this to me? All right, well, I'm going to awkwardly play land.
Oh.
This feels bad.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to tap and sacrifice it and go search for a land.
I know Defense of the Heart can roll some games. I can't let that stay.
Can't let you stay.
Yeah, we really can't.
I don't think I'm gonna be around much longer anyway. So
Good, yeah. That leaves Veggie wide open for attack then. So I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna.
And your unicorns are bigger because of coat of arms.
Yes.
Ooh.
Thank you. So I will move to combat. I'm going to.
5/5s?
Yes, I have 2 5/5s, and I'm going to point them both at Veggie
Yeah.
for 10 damage.
Like, I don't want to do another thing to you, but also that's a lot of damage.
Well, then you don't have to do another thing.
This is gonna take a lot of things out all at once, but then it's just a matter of who am I gonna make my enemy?
If
You just take the 10 damage and die, and then die now.
I didn't know that is an option.
Just die,
I just don't
Just
think that's my best one.
If you let this damage go through, I won't attack you next turn.
You don't have to. All right, I am going to respond. I'm going to pay 4 to flash Airtie Resurrected. It's a 3/2 Phyrexian Human Wizard. When it enters the battlefield, I choose up to 1. Counter target spell, activated ability, or triggered ability. Its controller draws a card. Or destroy another target creature or planeswalker. Its controller draws a card. I'm going to pay the 1 for Rhystic Study, and I'm going to pay 1 for Annala's Eminence trigger to make a copy of Airtie.
That happens in the command zone too?
Yeah,
Whoa.
you have one of those too, but
I do, but I didn't know you did.
mine's cooler. It's going to make a copy of Airtie, which will die immediately from them both being legendary, but I'll still get the trigger. So my targets, let's take out Azuri. I can hit Nissa too.
Don't you dare hit Nissa.
Oh.
Nissa is one of my favorite characters. Nobody better touch this, or they will regret it for the rest of their life. Not just this game, the rest of their life.
Those are threats.
My other target is going to be Nissa.
You sure you want to do that? You will regret this for the rest of your life.
I'm counting on it.
I was for sure you were coming after one of my unicorns.
I mean, one of them is going to die anyway. Airtie is going to block...
I also draw 2 cards.
Oh, yeah, that is the other part of that. That's important. Okay, so then we will go to damage. Emil and Airtie will trade.
Yep. How dare they? Unicorns are an endangered species.
4, 5.
Alright, now I'll pass my turn.
All right. I hope I get to do something relevant here. So I get to go to chapter 2 here and return something to its owner's hand, and each opponent discard a card. I get to also draw for my turn. I'm going to bounce this thing because that's the hardest to cast, and this you get benefit for casting again, right?
Yeah.
Great. So I'm going to cast this thing, bounce it, and then everybody discards a card except for me.
Okay. So this goes back to my hand. I'll discard Swamp.
I'll discard a Ghost Quarter.
I'll discard the Wandering Emperor.
Oh,
Wow.
Your hand must be very good. Play an island for my turn. And we're going to go ahead and tap 3 for a Teamer Ascendancy. Creatures you control have haste, and if they have 4 or greater power, I draw a card. And then I'm going to attempt to recast the Vorosh that got countered earlier.
Yeah, I don't have a way to counter it now. Draw.
Oh yeah, I get to draw. Thank you. I unfortunately don't have the 3 mana to pay for the Vorosh, but I'll just go ahead and turn him sideways. And you know, I love you, Dana, but everybody's left you alone, and I feel like it's...
No. I've been attacked.
Well, we're
everyone
at
has
the
been
same
attacked.
life, so it's fine.
Exactly.
Well, we've
oh,
already-
yeah, I gain a life.
Great.
So now we're not at the same life anymore. So now Dana's a threat.
Now I feel even better about hitting you. So Dana, 6 in the air.
I will take 6.
And then that will be the end of my turn, and I will pass.
Oh boy. All right. I'll pay 3 to recast Patron Wizard.
Gain a life.
Yep.
Would you like to pay an extra mana?
I'd love to.
Excellent.
I need a moment.
Slurpee time.
Cheers.
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 And then back to violence.
It's so rough. I'm gonna pass my turn.
It's probably rough because you're playing blue.
You know what? I'll give you that one. That's fair. I think that is for sure the reason right now.
I'll go ahead and play a land for turn. I will tap 1 mana, and I will cast Heritage Druid. So I may tap 3 untapped elves I control to add 3 green mana to my mana pool. Essence Word and Trigger, I will gain a life. I will pay the 1.
Okay.
And then I will tap 5 mana, recast my commander.
For one short moment, I was like, oh, I can counter. No, I can't. Because Heritage Druid could make 3 mana.
When it comes to elves, I'm a professional. I love my elves.
Yeah, you do.
And then I'm going to move to combat. And this is chosen at you, Veggie.
How big is it now?
It's a 5/6.
I can't lose these creatures right now, so I will declare no blocks.
All right. No effects.
Okay, I'll take 5.
I will then pass the turn.
All right.
One of these things is not like the other.
Yeah, one of them is playing blue.
One of them.
That's not the. There's something that is the same there.
One of them killed my Nissa.
She did say you'd regret it for the rest of your life.
Yeah, by rest of my short
And
life.
she also said, she didn't say how long that was going to be.
Yeah.
Kill my Nissa, and seek the consequences.
All right, I don't think I fully realized the grand scope of what I'd done.
Yeah, you didn't, and I told you you would regret it. I told him.
I feel bad.
Don't
You
feel
mean
bad.
You're helping the blue player?
No, I didn't say that.
My
no.
fellow blue player
No.
is helping me out.
I don't. No, stop.
All right, I'm gonna draw for turn. All right, and I'll play a land. All right, so I am going to tap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm gonna recast my commander, and then
So no, I'm just kidding. That's I have no response to that.
2 things, Ristic Study and Essence Warden.
I don't want to pay for Ristic.
Okay.
You can have your card.
And I'll gain a life.
I want to try and get in where, like, still can. So I think I will declare Mesa Unicorn attacking you, NerdGirl, for 5.
No blocks. I go to 31.
All right, and then I gain 5, going to 45. And then after that, I will pass my turn.
Okay. I will untap. I'll draw for my turn. And then we're going to go ahead and transform the Kami War.
Yay.
And it's going to transform into some difficult to say name.
Trigger Essence Warden.
Absolutely. So this is a 6/6 Spirit Dragon with flying and trample. And when it attacks, defending player chooses a non-land card from my graveyard, return that to my hand, and it gets +X+O, where that is the card's mana value. So it gets big.
You also draw.
And I draw from the teamer. Yeah, I've got so many cards. I'm like living it up over here. I'll play Haunted Ridge for my turn. Can cast my commander, but I'm going to go ahead and wait because I have a spell that will protect my current dragons on the battlefield and I don't want to tap out.
But he can have a Flash Wizard.
I'm going to play a Numot the Devastator. It is a 6/6 flying dragon. Surprise, there's dragons. It has flying, and I can pay 3 when it deals combat damage to a player to destroy some lands. So I can pay it for 5 mana, blue and white and
Essence
red.
Warden, gain life.
Absolutely.
I was not expecting to see land removal.
And I'll draw a card. Move to combat. I kind of want to kill Veggie, but I kind of want to distract Dana for one more turn. So I'm just going to leave him as some bait. 2 to Dana. And just the Kami to Veggie.
I don't think that has haste.
It does.
Oh, it has haste from Teamer. Okay, and you get that trigger?
Mm-hmm. So you can give me back my Rampant Growth.
Yeah, because that's less boost to it.
And then you would take 8 damage if this gets to attack you. And so now it's 8/6.
Yeah.
And then 12 damage to Miss Elves.
I will take 12.
Oh boy, I wasn't expecting to get away with that.
I'm going to take 8.
You have to have something bigger. You die to me next turn.
Yup. Yeah.
Oh, those are fighting words.
He killed my Nissa.
True, he did. Don't forget.
That was fun enough. He deserves whatever he gets.
Yes, I agree.
I'm just going to go ahead and cast the Rampant Growth and Rampant Growth only to search and put it onto the battlefield. Tapped. I'm going to regret this. I should have killed Veggie when I had the chance, I think.
Yeah, you should have.
All right. This comes into play tapped, and then I will pass my turn.
Okay. Untap.
Real quick, I cheated. I do have 9 cards in hand. I'm going to discard the Bolus Citadel on my end step because I'm going to try not to be a dirty cheater.
9 cards, you have to discard 2.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh.
Dan's like, excuse me. No.
Well, I will also discard a forest. Because Dana's right, and I am a dirty cheater.
Like, also, you said it so commonly, like, you're like, I have 9 cards in my hand, so I need to discard 1. I'm like, yeah, that checks out.
And I'm like, yeah, the same. I was so convinced.
Math is my best subject, so.
I was also convinced.
I just have to pass the turn.
Spooky. Super spook.
I think I just go for the kill here.
Do it, do it, do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to combat.
Okay.
You're not white, so there's no set out of the wreckage.
All of it?
All of it. I'm not taking any chances with you.
Okay, so any single one of these kills me.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to pay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for Sealangar's command. I get to choose 2. I can counter target non-creature spell, return target permanent to its owner's hand,
Target creature gets -3/-3 until end of turn, or destroy target planeswalker.
Are you going to pay the 1 as well?
I'll you know what? I'm gonna tap 2 wizards and counter my own spell, and then I'm gonna die.
All right.
I'm at least gonna go out countering a spell. Like a beautiful blue player that I am. I'm dead.
Hooray! You're more than 0.
I'm super more than 0.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell me what I'm at? Oh, we'll
Yes,
drop it down.
I
What am
will.
at?
18, so you're at -14.
All right, we'll just leave it there for the rubbins. I like it. I like it a lot.
I'll sit here and think about what I've done.
You should.
I'm so glad I got him out of the game because then he can't do his counterspell stuff, his weird blue stuff or whatever.
Dana taking me out? Whoever could have seen that coming? I definitely brought this upon myself.
Then I will tap 3 mana and cast 1,000-Year Elixir. You may play the activated abilities of creatures I control as though those creatures had haste, and then 1 and tap it to untap a creature.
Oh god.
I will go ahead and pay for Stick Steady. I think I'll just pass.
All right.
You don't have to worry about those pesky wizards anymore.
I know.
Yeah, that's so nice.
No more worrying about if my spell's gonna get countered. You're welcome, by the way.
Thank you.
This is rigged. This is rigged from the beginning.
You played blue, and that was your choice.
Yeah, I was the one that rigged it. I knew it.
All right, I can't do too much here, but everyone is tapped out, so I'm going to swing in while I can. Don't take this personally. So I'm just going to move to combat, and I'm going to swing Emil over at Dana and Mesa Unicorn over at NerdGirl, both for 5.
And that is a 5/5?
Yeah, 5/5 to you, and then a 5/5 to you.
I will pay 3, and I'm going to flash in the Coyote? Kyodai, sure. Soul of Kamigawa. It's just a little flash creature. And I'm going to go ahead and...
Trigger Essence Warden.
Absolutely. And I'm going to go ahead and make my Manifest Saga here indestructible. And it is a 5... No, it's a 6/6. And I will attempt to block it. Oh, I'll also draw from the Temur Ascendancy because it's bigger because of all of the crazy things that are going on.
You're welcome for the
So,
Code of
thank
Arms,
you.
and that's why you should kill me last. So that I can kill you first.
Okay. Deal.
Because then your dragons get slightly more smaller.
I think I'm going to do this. I'll tap 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to flash in a Restoration Angel. It is a 3/4 flash flying. When Restoration Angel enters the battlefield, I may exile target non-angel creature I control, then return that card to the battlefield under your control. So I'm going to target the Mesa Unicorn.
Trigger Essence Warden.
Yep.
And also Ristic Steady.
And then it comes back, it loses the counter, but then...
I will gain another life.
Yes.
Essence Warden.
And then I will tap 1 to activate Emil's ability to put those 2 counters back on. And then after combat, I will tap 1 and a forest, and I'm going to cast a Life's Legacy. As an additional cost to cast Life's Legacy, I'm going to sacrifice a creature. I draw cards equal to the sacrificed creature's power, and I'm going to target my Mesa Unicorn. So it is a 5/5, and so I will draw 5 cards.
Nice.
And it's a unicorn.
Oh, yeah.
Flavorful.
Very flavorful. All right, so I draw 5 cards. Do Path of Ancestry. Actually, I think I can't do anything else, so I'm going to pass the turn.
I'm scared of Dana. I feel like I actually
I
kind
am
of want
too.
to kill her as soon as possible.
But then you kill her first, and then...
Maybe, because the problem is I'm worried you'll kill me first.
I actually don't have a ton.
I think I can kill everybody with this. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and tap 4, and we're going to play Kolagon the Storm's Fury. It's a 4/5 that is flying. It says whenever a dragon you control attacks, creatures get +1/+0. Creatures you control get +1/+0 until end of turn. So all my dragons will trigger this over and over again.
Trigger Essence Warden.
Absolutely.
And trigger your thing.
Yeah, I'll draw. I'll draw as well. Good call. I'm also going to play. I'm going to tap another 5. Both of these cost 1 less because of my commander for a Silumgar, the Drifting Death, flying and hexproof. And whenever dragons attack, defending player creatures get -1/-1 till end of turn. And I'll also draw because it's bigger with coat of arms, right?
And I will gain a life.
And you also gain a life. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Honestly, all my dragons get +5/+5. Ooh, that's big game. That's
and
a lot.
If you kill me, they don't get +5.
And they would all get another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They get +11 +11.
Can you kill a table right now?
I think I can, because they're +5 from that and then +6 attack each from this. Holy smokes, that's a lot. I'm assuming Dana can't block, so I'm gonna just go in Okagachi, and the Kyodai. Kyodai. Oh, it's close that time. She knows them all. And yeah, they're all +11 attack.
Trigger Kyodai, I will give you back your Rampant Growth.
Okay.
And you'll get all of the other attack triggers, so the pump and the minus, which I think kills pretty much the board.
Dragons take the day?
Yeah.
Dragons
That's
take the day! Woo!
I started running out of stuff. I just had this Umbral Mantle in hand.
My deck didn't do exactly what I wanted it to do today, sadly, but that's okay. There's always a next time.
That came out of nowhere. That's not who I thought was going to win. And definitely not when I thought this game was going to end.
The coat of arms is a very messy card.
That was such a fun game. Thank you so much, Anna and Dana, for joining us.
Oh,
You okay, Veggie?
yeah, sorry. It's just that name.
Okay, well, if you guys enjoyed the episode, make sure you guys check out our sponsors. We've got links and discount codes for you down below for EDHRec and Coolstuffinc.
And thanks again to all of our players and to you for watching the episode. We'll see you next time on Decked Out.